Since I want New York said to be your favorite book, I thought it might be fun to share some of my favorite books from my collection. It's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. If you're in the creative business or business at all, this book should be somewhere in reach. It has stuff like don't be afraid of silly ideas. Honestly, this is my favorite book of all time. I've read this book, but I also own the Audible audiobook version and I listen to it once a year. And every year, a different part of the story speaks to me. The Monocle Guide to Good Business. This is jam-packed with various case studies of small businesses and big businesses around the world. This book I try to mess up in the sense of I write notes in it, I have my little highlighter or whatever. The way I grew up, you had to almost like never touch the book. I don't plan to be buried with this book, so I want to just, it's mine. I want to own it. I want to write in it. Oh, the places you'll go. I like to see stuff. This is one of my favorite photographers, Jamel Shabazz, and this is his book, A Time Before Crack. For design inspiration, this is one of my favorite books. It is a whole book dedicated to Blue Note album cover art. How to Live Like a Gentleman. This covers everything from professionalism to style to hygiene. You can pretend like you know everything, but sometimes you just gotta come to grips to know that you don't. Alexander McQueen. How to create a portfolio and get hired. Stay inspired by the people around you. A childhood friend of mine wrote this book. Sanzu, The Art of War. Palettas. Because I like palettas. What's wrong with that? Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me. Understanding comics. I don't read comics, but this book breaks the dust off that thing. 100 Habits of Successful Graphic Designers. Light, Science, and Magic. If you're a photographer or even a videographer or a filmmaker and you don't own this book, you're bugging. A Year in Pictures, New York. This book will keep you inspired. And it's a quick read because every page has only like a quick paragraph. The London Style Guide. I mostly bought this book because I want to go to London one day. Can't really see it, I don't think, but this book is jam-packed with aesthetic goodness. Between the World and Me. According to Toni Morrison, this is required reading. But me being the man that I am, I listen to the audiobook. Paris in Color. I mostly bought this book because one day I want to go to Paris. This book breaks down Paris by color. I keep weird books like this in my house. All My Friends Are Dead. It's stuff like this. A mixtape that says all my friends are obsolete. Yes, I get it. This book is a little bit morbid, but this is my favorite part of the book. It's basically Death himself saying, this job makes me feel so alive. I don't know why that made me laugh, but no matter who you are or what you are, you should always love what you do. Kenzo. Yes, another book about ice pops. Why? Because I love ice pops. People's Pops. A really cool book about a small business in Brooklyn. There are just some words that I'm probably never going to figure out how to pronounce. And the sartorialist. I feel like my tongue does something different when I just want to say sartorial. I think if this camera wasn't on, I would know how to say the sartorialist. The sartorialist is one of them. I think I got it that time. I don't know. But this is literally one of my favorite books because it's a book of street photography throughout the world, full of fashion and great examples of portrait photography. I think that's going to call it for day 21. Thanks for caring, thanks for sharing, and I will see you mañana.